was on TikTok the other day and I came across 2 videos that was kind of interesting. Now, before we get into this video, just a disclaimer. These are my black ass opinions and messy little thoughts. Nothing is fact, just vibes and fair use, baby. Period. Child, now I already know that I've spoke about this in a couple live streams on how well I think this whale and this slinky would thrive separately. How once they break up, she could do her own thing and possibly rebrand if she put it all on the flow, and how he can rebrand himself without her. So we already know they back in Thailand faking it to make it. I feel like they're only staying together to prove to people that they are, I guess, unbreakable, when in reality there's been trouble in paradise. We ain't stupid, and they better be careful out there in Thailand, because in my opinion they should have never brought their ass back out there. But I digress. Child, so anyway, King called his filthy ass hopping on Twitch. He wants to be a Twitch streamer now. But of course, he can't do anything without Laina attached to it. Laina ass then made herself a mod in the man's Twitch stream. She's blocking everybody that says stuff that she doesn't like out of his Twitch. To say that the man started off with only 100 and something followers, I personally feel like she should not be deleting comments or blocking everybody, because if his intention is just to grow, he should be ignoring all of that stuff until he's actually big enough on Twitch. There's people coming from all over the place. What if this is people that's not coming from YouTube that's following the Twitch and they are trying to give him a chance on Twitch? Him just being honest and answering the questions that people are asking him would be better suited than her just blocking everybody left and right, because she don't have shit else to do but sit there and watch his stream all night long. She don't have shit else to do but stay at the house with them kids, fry something, and watch his stream, and then had the nerve to go and make King a clip page. Who in the hell make their own clip page? She up here clipping what she feels is interesting, when in reality it's not interesting at all. Let's just be real. The popular streamers are streaming some form of content where they are somewhat entertaining, and if they're not entertaining, they're playing a game to show entertainment. King, on the other hand, is literally just walking around the streets of Bangkok, taking ferries and little boats everywhere just to say he went there. Going eat at McDonald's just to talk about how better McDonald's out there is compared to America. It seems like his thesis is just to shit on America and praise Thailand. It doesn't matter the scenery that he's in. It doesn't matter the country that he's in. What matters is, what are you providing to the audience while you're at this place? Nothing but comparison. Like, he's gonna have to find something else to do. All the streams are gonna be boring, and I feel like the following is only going to follow him because what somebody else can clip that they're showing because they just careless like that are sympathy followers. Look at this right here.
Think of my life, man. I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna fly for support out here one time. I think that'd be cool to do. If you got a passport, I don't know if you got a job, I buy your ticket, put you in a nice hotel, and fuck with, let's make content, and then you fly back. I think a week or so, like a week. You could do that like a week. However long you trying to stay out here for, a week or 2. Pay for your flight, pay for your hotel, bring your own money for you can get, yourself some food and shit. Other than that, everything on me. I got you. That sound fair, right? Or that sound like that's crazy? That would be sick, right?
But another thing where he went wrong is all the streams that he has done has now been posted on his YouTube channel as videos. In the comment section, people are saying like, come on now, you got to do something else. People are saying like, you can do this if you don't let her on the camera. Child, so he finally streamed enough to where there's now ads on his Twitch. But people can now subscribe to his Twitch. He made a video saying that 50 subscribers is what will unlock his next video. People in the comments are not feeling this shit. They had a lot of things to say. Somebody commented and said, your downfall would be you not being a good father to Kaiser because of a woman who's bitter. Somebody else commented and said, sometimes you go further alone. I'm rooting for you. There's actually people that like King. Somebody else commented and said, I follow King's content for years. Super down to earth, fun to watch, and not afraid to be different. Anytime he posts, I'm watching. So my thing is, while he has these supporters, she should not be the person that's moderating his Twitch. She should have nothing to do with his Twitch at all. Somebody also said, you did all that walking in them stores just not to buy anything. You know you didn't have no money for both phone case and food. Exactly. Like, stop trying to show a lavish life and and pretend that you have more emotion than you actually do. Somebody else commented and said, this why your views drop. You telling people you won't post unless you get a certain amount of views, likes, comments, and now subs is crazy. Just enjoy. Somebody else said, don't have nothing to do or talk about, just moving around, shaking my head. Exactly. It's getting boring. That is not entertainment. You walking around. First of all, he's streaming with the phone. Majority of the time, the camera is pointed towards his face while he's streaming. People are just there to listen to him talk. However, we all know damn well King is not the best talker, and he is hard to listen to for a lot of people. My thing is, if you're not going to be showing what you're doing, and even then, people can literally just go type in Thailand and look at the pictures and look at the videos of it. What entertainment are you bringing to it? Another comment said, I watch Funny Mike, DDG, Deshay, Brooklyn, and even Blueface streams. I think this could be huge for you. You have to be more entertaining, get out of your comfort zone, collab with people in Thailand, loosen up. People just don't want to see you walking around Thailand. Emerge in the Thai culture and take us along with you. Pound positive feedback. Period. Somebody else commented and said, King, you already set expectations high for yourself years ago. So us seeing you give us the bare minimum now isn't going to work. Everyone isn't trying to bully you. Sometimes it's just a little constructive criticism because we know your potential. Do challenges, interact with more people, do things you've never done before. Make your favorite Thailand dishes at home, etc. Don't focus on the numbers or subs. Just focus on the quality of your content. Clock that. Now that same person commented again and said, nobody wants to watch with Lena monitoring the comments 24/7. Oh my God. Tell her to find a hobby, seriously. She hasn't been on TikTok live since you started streaming because she wants to watch her every move and read every comment. Exactly. She has nothing else to fucking do. Furthermore, I noticed that she recorded herself showing them in a library. She was getting little math books and shit, claiming that she's going to start homeschooling Ocean. Well, if that's the case, she need to get her filthy ass up off that boy's Twitch and focus on that. Furthermore, I don't even know why she's doing that. What happened to the preschool? Oh, if you in here and you watched my previous video where I broke down every legal and illegal path regarding a visa, then you know what the hell going on. Clock that. Child, somebody else commented and said, slow your roll, buddy. Don't get cocky like you up there and people are fiending for your next video. Yes, you have a few loyal fans, but obviously they aren't really watching, and it's not that they don't love you, but want more exciting content to hold our attention. Clock that. Somebody else commented and said, bruh, just be authentic and stop telling people what they need to do in order to get content from you. That shit bogus. Not everyone is trying to bully. It's okay to interact in your comment section, etc. Just post and demand. Somebody else said, King, keep Laina out the comments, bro. That girl gonna mess up your subbies. She in the trenches now that you're outside. She hear you in real time saying, I'm new to this. Tell her pull a little notebook out and do some research. Dang, even my daughter said help your man. Right. If she not gonna do shit else, she should be sitting there creating ideas for him to make the Twitch work. You got so much time in your day, you're gonna sit there and block every single negative comment. See, that's the type of shit that she does over there on her YouTube channel. It don't matter if the person is being nice. She will block every single comment. Somebody else commented and said, all you do is walk up and down the streets and inside the mall. That's boring. Actually do an activity to keep people entertained. It's live, so it's way easier to get views. You just aren't giving it your full potential. But dreadhead blonde tips king, shit would be booming. You're trying too hard to be perfect. That's why you can't get far. Everyone is flawed. Somebody else commented and said, all of this. He's posting acting like he's made it as the big time streamers. He needs to put his pride aside and dive in, because just walking around Thailand isn't going to suffice. Period. So somebody else commented and said he can post videos without begging for subs. Anyone fall for that is blind. The same person commented again and said, you and Laina is lying con artists, manipulative people. Viewers can see through what is doing. Your method stinks. Need money bad to stay afloat. Bonnie and Clyde in action. Child, now speaking of Laina funky ass, she's been posting sad ass shit on her stories talking about, I'm a lover girl. I want to be drowned in real genuine love. I love romance. I love clinginess. I love intimacy. I love being sure about someone. I love affection. I love dates. I love flowers. I literally want it all. I don't want nothing surface level. Well, she got something lower than surface level if you ask me. Anytime your filthy ass drop out of high school and choose being a baby mama and a filthy ass man that can't do nothing to support you and that child, you are way below surface level. The bar is in hell. She also posted a video of a woman busting out crying after titling the video saying, when everyone in your household depends on you for everything and you're just a 29-year-old teenager. What the fuck? So she put 26, but so freaking relatable. So she feels like everybody in her house depends on her so much that she wants to cry. The weight is on her shoulders. Let me find out that she's the one paying all the bills. You see how it's not good for you to put your mouth on other people? Because I could have sworn it's the same 304 that was just talking shit about Daisy, claiming that Daisy is paying all the bills in her house and she's the man in her relationship. Clock that. These hoes really need to sweep around their own front door before they get to speaking on other people. Child, so anyway, somebody in her comments said, girl, let that man stream in peace. You are busy watching him and can't stay focused on your own video. Because in her video, she kept picking up her phone and saying that she's trying to do this. King is streaming and she's trying to watch the girls while she also got to do what she got to do. Well, where's the nanny? Somebody else commented it back to that person and said, yeah, I saw where they were saying this also on TikTok. Said she was doing a video but busy monitoring King. So Lena commented back and said, are you okay? This my man, the man I sleep with every night. What in your right mind think you can tell me about my man? The fuck? If I want to watch him sleep, eat, drink shit, I can. And you can't do nothing about it. What is wrong with y'all for real? Out of your right mind. Okay, girl, I guess. China, let's take a look at these videos from TikTok. But before we do, shout out to every content creator that I put into this video.
You see, my thing is, like, I actually like King. When Neek and King was together, I genuinely liked him. I don't like some of the things that he's done as far as, like, you know, his character, you know, and dealing with his son or whatever, but nobody's perfect, you know, and at the end of the day, like, you really don't know, like, the full stories. You know, all we know is, like, what we see, what they tell us. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but I feel like King has gotten worse since he's been with Lena. And this is a prime example that a man getting with the wrong woman can literally ruin his life. Literally. Like, I knew from the get-go, when I first seen them together, I knew that girl was trouble. And I knew that she wasn't hitting on shit. You know what I'm saying? I could read energy very, very well. And I feel like Lena is not for him. And I feel like she did trap him with babies. And I'm actually shocked. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not prejudiced or anything like that. But I feel like if King was with the black woman, he probably, you know, would be in a better position. You know, that's like, you know, the curse of dating a woman outside your race. I don't feel like people should date outside their race. That's just what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But I genuinely like King. I want to see him win. And I genuinely want to see him get away from Lena. Lena is his downfall.
You see, if King was smart, you know, he would have never even got with Lena. Okay, like, you broke up with Neek or whatever, you seeing, but you got with a woman and she popped out, 2 kids by you, and your life just, you know, just downgraded. You know what I'm saying? And if you knew you wasn't going to be there for your first child, why have 2 more children with a woman that you don't even really like or care for? And I know you don't like or care for Lena because, you know, we can see it in the videos that, you know, you feel like you're stuck. You feel like you made a mistake. But if he was smart, then he could have, after that breakup with Neek, you know, he could have basically just, you know, continued doing videos on his own channel, whether it be pranks, whether it be, you know, anything he could have came up with. He could have collabed with other YouTubers, but he got with Lena and just completely lost his spark. Yeah, you know, Neek was pretty much, you know, the main one that was really bringing the attraction to the channel, but I feel like, you know, King also offered something to the page. It was people that actually did like King and actually fuck with King. He could have, you know, been collabing. He could have been on Streamer University. But no, you got with this girl and you just completely just let yourself go. And you let her trap you because, you know, you obviously are with, you know, somebody that, you know, is not really down for you. She don't really, as we can see, like, you know, this relationship is just doomed. It really is. And we can tell that y'all are just dating each other, you know, for the kids or whatever. But y'all not happy with one another. You should have just stayed a single man. You should have just, you know, had one kid, because, like, what the hell?
I be seeing some people say that they feel like Lena was King's downfall, and honestly, I feel like that is so dumb. King is a grown-ass man. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm not saying that Lena is innocent, but King is the one who already had a child. He knew he had a son and chose to move out the country and abandon his firstborn child and miss a lot of his important milestones, holidays, etc. So, I don't really see why y'all blame her. Like, she's the one who got pregnant and had 2 kids, and I'm pretty sure that was unexpected. So, and she had hernias and all type of shit, surgery.
Child, in my opinion, Lena is King's downfall, and she's her own downfall as well. She laid there. She dropped out of school. She got pregnant. Yeah, it takes 2 to fuck, but that was her decision to keep that child. That was her decision to keep the second child. And it was also her decision on why the hell they went down there to that Planned Parenthood. And in my opinion, regarding that Planned Parenthood, I think it's a win-win situation, regardless if she was there for birth control or checkup or whatever the fuck. Everybody need to get their ass checked, if that's what it was. But if it's some birth control, cool. They don't need no more motherfucking kids. And if she had to return to sender and fetus deletus, that's cool too, because we already seen how they leave the current kids that they have starving, and King could give a fuck about his oldest son. Clock that. Child, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Is Lena really King's downfall? If you made it to the end of the video and you're a yapper like me, meet me in the comments so we can have a king. That's all I got for y'all today, baby. Ciao, y'all so messy.